The plight of the elderly as they move on in years has been largely ignored by society, as more emphasis is often placed on the middle-aged and the youthful populations. As a matter of fact, many Belizeans are unaware that there is an organization working tirelessly to address the needs of our senior citizens. The National Council on Aging may be a small operation, but the scope of its responsibility covers the gamut as far as those of advanced years are concerned. Over time, those stories, some of which are heartbreaking, have been documented on film.
I never thought about growing older, and as the stories kept coming into my office, I think about the people that I met, I start collecting a pile of major themes and major instances on my desk. The idea of a documentary wasn't hard to sell to Miss Lindy. It wasn't hard to sell to the members of our board of directors, because all of them have stories like the two I just told you. Some are more touching, all are just as thought-provoking. It wasn't difficult to go out into the communities and find the people willing to talk to us. It wasn't difficult to get the stories all on film.
According to the executive director of the National Council on Aging, Aging in Belize, a 40-minute documentary, examines the challenges faced by the elderly on a daily basis. It's a slice of reality.
One of the things that really came home to me on watching the documentary is how much smiling there was from the participants. They talk about their conditions, their ailments, their financial insecurities, what they're going to do, but they keep smiling. They make the most of life, because a lot of these people have not grown up wanting handouts or somebody to give them something. They would rather be independent and work for what they receive. And this is something that the National Council on Aging wants to encourage. We want people to be as independent as possible, but that's not always possible for people. Sometimes family members can't look after the older people in their home, or they have their own family issues. So what happens then? We have very little residential facilities to cope with the burgeoning requirements of older persons in our society right now.
Making an effort to assist in addressing the needs of the elderly is Minister of State and the Minister of Human Development and Social Transformation, Mark King, who says government, through various initiatives, is doing its part.
In terms of the national picture, like you said, we are involved at this level because we need to draw awareness and to gain more support for people aging in Belize.
We all know the Boost program has been praised internationally. Recently it was studied by people in the region. Boost People is for adults of childbearing age, for help with their families, etc. Is there ever a day that you might say that as Minister of State for Human Development, you might want to table a proposal, something for a sort of systematic, universal assistance for elderly people? We know that some of them are on the Social Security pension, but that's a limited number and very limited funds.
Right, and as you can remember, Jules, when we launched FamCare, for example, the social net protection for Belize is geared at several programs. You have Boost, you have Pantry, you have the Seniors programs, you have FamCare, and you have other things that are involved in the social net. That is not limited to only just those programs. As we have said when we did the FamCare launching, that at the end of the day, we're trying to reach out in helping people and other things, for example.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isana Cayetano.